Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is your Manchester United versus Manchester City match preview. Manchester Derby, here we come. It doesn't matter whether a team is in good form, it doesn't matter whether a team is in its bad form. Any team can win. We have seen it over the years where Manchester United were not in their best form and won the Derby at Etihad. This season, as we can see, Manchester City are not having the best of their season. They have played 10 games so far. After only 10 games, City have won one game. In the last 10 games, City have won just one game. No, I know most of the fans will say that being that this is a time that Manchester United need to win against City because City are not in their best form. Even Manchester United also are not in their best form. I can't say that there's a chance that we need to beat City because they are not in their best form, because we have seen seasons where United were not in their best form and City were in their best form and United won that game at Etihad. And the last time United won a derby at the Etihad, I think it was the 2020-2021 season when Ole Gunnar was in charge. And that season, we're not that good. I can't say we're not that good because you could see that squad that defeated City that time. The squad of in the defense, we had Maguire and Lindelof. We had Danny James in the right wing. We had Marshall as our striker. We had Fred and Scott in that midfield. But looking at the City squad that season, they had their best team. Rodri was there, De Bruyne, Gundogan, everyone, and we defeated them. So I'm not saying that these are good time that we need to beat City because they are not in their best form. United can beat City even if City are in their best form. At the moment, they're just having a little bit of setback. You can see they are missing their best player, the Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri. And even Guardiola admitted by saying that this season things are not good because they're not playing with the best player, Rodri. And you've seen it. That midfield, that Rodri is just not good for City. Things are not going well for them in that midfield. They're really missing the presence of Rodri. But that's not excuse in football because injuries are there to happen and it's football. You work with the players that are there. And also, I did say you can't also play without central defenders. I've seen cities this season also, they're facing a lot of bigger problems. Injuries in that defense, no Stones, no Akanji. They're just not because of the defenders are not available. But that's not an excuse because you can't say that you're not winning because you don't have your central defenders because injuries are just part of football. There are times where players, City defenders were injured, but City were winning games. It's just that this season, I think things are just not going. In football, there comes a time where you just have to fall. You can't just stay on top forever. It comes a time so you just have to fall a little bit. Yeah, and going to this Manchester derby, we know anything can happen. And being that even City, despite City not being the best form, but they are different with us. You can see they can turn things around at any time because they just have the good players. But with Manchester United, our situation is different. We have a long way to go as Manchester United. But I know in this derby, anything can happen. As I said earlier, it doesn't matter whether a team is in its good form or a bad form, anything can happen in a Manchester derby. And I saw the last game City played against Crystal Palace, and I can say Manchester United, if they play the way they play against Pleasant on Thursday, I don't see them winning against City because Crystal Palace were just good in the counter attacks, and that midfield were just breaking that midfield. You could see it was just not good. They were just possessing the ball so well, those counters, and they're just punishing City. So I think Manchester United going to this game, if they want to win, they need to come with a lot of energy. That's what United are lacking. The energy, that's what they're lacking. and consistency and the confidence. So United, if they just go into this game with the energy, with the confidence, and if they believe themselves, they can't stand a chance to win against City in this game. And you can see our team in terms of confidence is just not there. The energy is just not there. So I think if we just go into this game with a different mindset, with a different attitude, we stand to defeat City. I'm not saying that we'll defeat City because we may stand a chance to defeat City because they're not in their best form. We know United have been defeating City even if City was in their best form. So if we defeat them, it won't be because they're in the best. They're not in their best form, but it's just because there's a Manchester derby and any team can win. And going to Manchester United, I think also this also will be Ruben Amorim's first Manchester derby, and if he'll win it, it will be so special to him, and it will be something good. A new manager coming in, winning his first derby at the Etihad will be something great. And also, these two coaches are not familiar with each other. The last time they faced each other is when Ruben Amorim was a Sporting Lisbon coach, and Ruben Amorim destroyed Pep team at Portugal, in Portugal. It was 4-1 in the UEFA Champions League. So Pep knows the kind of coach Ruben Amorim is, and he knows that this is a coach that when he prepares his team so well, he can really destroy him. So I know Pep Guardiola is really prepared for Ruben Amorim going to this game. He knows Ruben Amorim can stand a chance also to win it. I know Pep Guardiola wants to revenge against him because he defeated him when he was with Sporting Lisbon. Now that he's in Manchester, going to this Manchester derby, Pep will want to revenge. I don't see that happening. United might stand with, but I'm really worried about this team because the team that lack consistency. You can see how they're playing. At times in the first half they'll be playing well. In the second half they're not playing well. At times in the first half they're playing bad. The second half they're playing bad. I think they just need to be consistent in the game. If they start with one momentum, they need to finish with that one. That's just with these players. And another thing about these players, I think I will talk about each player. I think starting with Andrew Nana. I think Andrew Nana, it's time for him just to stop those mistakes that he started again this season. These are the mistakes that is the mistake that he had when last season when he came. You saw in the first when the season was starting, and Nana was making some huge mistakes. Again this season, he started so well. He has kept 6 clean sheet. I know he was just going well until the last 2 games against Forest and also against Pleasant, where he was just making some silly mistake. He needs to stop with that. Is it because it's not being rotated or what? Because Onana has not yet been rotated. He needs to stop those mistakes that he was making last season. If he continues like that, I know Ruben Amorim will just have to make some action. He might just even bring in Alte to be playing, so at least Onana at least to learn something because mistakes will not be accepted. So Nana just need to improve. And also, I know going into Manchester City, Robin Amorim rested most of the players in the game against Pleasant on Thursday. So players like Højlund, you see him come in the last 25 minutes and he scored some 2 goals. So he will be going into this game with much confidence, and also he'll want to score against City in the Manchester derby. You can see a player like Ahmad, I will want him to start in that game. A player like Garnacho need to start in that game. You can see our defense. Lenny Yoro will want him to start in that game. So I know we have a good squad going to this game against Manchester City in the Manchester derby at Etihad. We have a good squad. Most of the players did have a good rest, even though they came in the last 25 minutes. But now they have that energy going to this Manchester derby. So I know these players will do what it takes to win it. Even though I can say even Manchester United are not in the best form. I think this is the first, I can say the first Manchester derby where both Manchester teams are not in their best form. They're the best, they're not in their best form. So we'll see how it goes with both teams not in their best form. But I know cities, they kind of they're kind of much better than us. They kind of, even though they're not in the best, but if we go there and do some silly mistakes, we may stand a chance to be punished. And also, my score prediction to this game, I see City winning this game. City winning it 2-1. City winning it 2-1. I know I need to be more optimistic, more positive, but I see City winning it 2-1 against us at Etihad in the Manchester Derby. That's just a prediction, but anything can happen. Anything can happen in the Manchester Derby. We must stand a chance to win, and that's just my score prediction. I'm seeing it. City might win it, but let's wait and see how it will go. Currently, all of the players are back, and Johnny Evans also back in training, and we might expect to see him on the bench today. I think only the only player that I can say is not available is Luke Shaw, who is not currently available. But most of the players are back, fit, ready to play, ready to go into this Manchester derby. I'll love for Ruben Amorim to win it, but let's just wait and see. That's just my prediction because I see City are kind of good than us, but let's wait and see tomorrow how things unfolds at the Etihad Stadium. So that's all just ahead for you guys. And if you haven't liked this video, kindly like and also subscribe if you have not. And thanks to everyone for watching. Talk to you guys in the next one.